hello there, handsome. Come back here and spend some time with us.
I'm sorry, ladies, but I don't have any money. See ya!
What do you people want?
Just what do you think you're doing, lady?
I'm not going anywhere with you people!
Be smart about this, okay? If you get on the register in Yoshiwara, you can continue your trade in broad daylight.
It's my body, mister! It's not your business where I do my trade!
Up till now, you've been plying your trade however you please. But you're in Yoshiwara now, and like it or not, you will follow the conventions of the Red Light District. All right, it's time to start the bidding on each of you ladies, so please do as you're told. When the bidding is done, you'll start working in the establishment that paid for you.
Whoa, this one is still young. A little polish and she'd shine right up. Who do you think you are?
I know what I'm worth, and I'll be damned if I let you go around setting that number for me! I'm not gonna let you people use me!
Listen, lady.
What is going on here?
You're from the enforcement, aren't you? There is nothing to worry about, Master Enforcer, I assure you.
Ken, is that...
Oma, running an errand for Courtesan Ureshino?
Yes.
Looks like you've settled in here nicely.
I have.
Oma? Hold on. I think Ureshino might like to have this. Check this out.
Are those things...
They're made from rice flour.
You send your customers a fingernail, a lock of hair, and then a whole finger.
It's your way of showing just how deeply devoted you are to them. True love.
And once the customer thinks you're serious, he'll come running back here with open arms.
So they're trying to trick them.
No. They're just letting them have their dream. How far are you going? Wait, don't tell me. It's the horse you're going to see. Come on. Isn't there somewhere else around here you'd like to go? Well, let me show you around a bit. How about I show you the theater? Or if you want, we can go and check out the summer clothes in Echigoya.
There's only one place I want to go.
So let's go.
That's impossible.
And just why is that?
Is your name Shuzaburo Kai?
And just who the hell are you? Do you know who you're messing with?
I believe I do. The son of Fire Constable Kiyoemon Kai, correct?
That's right. A town constable such as yourself has no right to lay a hand on me.
Pay attention, kid. Do we really look like town constables to you?
You're enforcers? That's a problem.
My spear is the best spear that any man has ever seen before.
Genbatsu! Huh?
Yes, dear? Is there some kind of a problem?
That's Masa.
From what we heard, you've been to Masa's place a lot in the past few days.
Are you okay, Genbatsu?
I'm fine, but why is the ground spinning? Those men are bad news, Otto. They mean business. They work for the enforcement. You do what they ask.
The who?
To be precise, it's the arson thief enforcement. The crimes they deal with are pretty serious, and they're allowed to pass judgment without any kind of investigation.
Really?
What Abi is saying is that if they think he's guilty, they can cut him down right on the spot. There are generally a few enforcers wandering around Yoshiwara at any given time.
Hello, Master Edo. I wasn't aware that you were here.
Oh, hello, Abiya. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. But I'm so sorry you had to see this.
Who are you people?
Oh, allow me to introduce you two. This is the head priest of Maijima Temple.
Head priest, huh? I've heard of lonely monks coming to Yoshiwara, but now we're getting head priests, too?
Please, show some respect, sir.
Do what?
I'm sorry to say the temple no longer exists, but Maijima Temple used to be the oldest shrine that we had here in Edo.
Are you saying that this temple guarded Edo prior to the Tokugawa family?
No. That's just what the legends say. If I may. Interesting wound. A bit unusual for a sword, I must say.
Meaning what?
Well, normally speaking, a sword slices the body at a diagonal, but one must first thrust in and pull up like this in order to create the kind of wound that woman has. But this method is never taught.
You're wrong. It's taught for one purpose only.
Dissection.
I say this with all due respect. The people sitting here before you work for Lord Tori's estate, and you, finance magistrate, Lord Otobe of Noto, are in absolutely no position at all to question any one of us. Is that clear?
Don't be so indignant, Honjo. And it's an I, correct? Lord Abe of Ise and myself are merely here as witnesses. The one who wishes to question you is this man over here, Hozaburo Ogasawara.
So you people intentionally chose to question us at a time when Lord Tori is away, paying his respects at Nikko.
And speaking of Lord Tori, just exactly what is the task that he's assigned the two of you to do?
I heard that during your recent trip to Nikko, you two tried to obtain a shard of the killing stone of Nasu. What was your reason for doing this? Answer the question!
Listen, I would start talking if I were you. We already have proof that you're commanding a pack of Yoi.
Is that really a threat, Ogasawara?
Just what are you getting at?
The barbarian knowledge enforcement exists for one reason, to hunt the Yoi. But for some reason, you too seem to have a few Yoi in your ranks.
What are you talking about?
Well, there's the horse, and there's also that foreign girl. If this is all true, and it turns out that you people are still harboring the foreigner and that horse...
If that accusation were true, the barbarian knowledge enforcement would be thoroughly investigated. Now, back to the subject at hand.
I'm really sorry. If I hadn't let the killing stone be stolen, none of this would have ever happened.
Yes, I agree. Not only do we get caught up in a disturbance by the Western ones, but that also opened us up to interrogation.
What's done is done. Let's move on. We need to act. Don't you think it'd be in our best interest to silence the barbarian knowledge enforcement before Tori returns?
Considering the reaction that those two had, I think he still hasn't told them about the foreign girl and the horse yet.
Finding the girl isn't a problem. We know she's hiding in Yoshiwara. I say we capture her and watch Ogasawara and his men be humiliated.
Taking a woman out of Yoshiwara will be no easy task, but there is a way.
Seems like Yoshiwara is just as popular as ever.
Listen up, you slacker! The only reason I'm here is because Genbatsu asked me to come. If I had my way, I wouldn't be here at all.
Hey, if you want to go back, go back. This place isn't for kids anyway.
Hey, who you calling a kid?
Excuse me, please.
You're dressed as a man, but I think in reality you're not.
That's not true at all,
Sorry, sir, this one here's a male geisha. We've been invited by Genbatsu Edo of the Maijima Temple.
Ah, I see. He's waiting for you over there at Tatsunoya.
Now that's a good red. No matter what paint you use, you can never recreate this kind of red. But you know, I have seen an even deeper, richer red landscape than this before.
A red landscape?
That's what I thought. I had a feeling that you might know about it too.
The other world.
The other world?
That's what Yukiatsu calls it.
So then has he...
Why did you tell him I was a geisha?
Drop it already. Oma? Where's Abi and Genba?
Yukiatsu.
Yukiatsu, huh? Really? That's this old man here?
Hey, I don't know who that guy is, but he's talking about you.
Yo, kid, I sure hope you're a good swimmer.
What are you doing?
The Oaguro moat is only like 15 hands deep around here, and I'm not in the mood for any water sports, old man. Instead, why don't we talk about this other world of yours?
Ryudo, this guy...
Hey, who the hell are you guys?
You will come quietly.
There's no need to be so rough.
Come here.
He's suspected of killing a courtesan?
His name is Shuzaburo Kai, but he calls himself Kyosai Kawanabe. He's a student of master painter Do Hakukano.
A painter? So then why would he want to kill a courtesan?
Well, he's not exactly confessed to it yet. But that boy, Kyosai, is it? He apparently has a number of odd tendencies.
You know what a Ryokumoki is?
Not a clue.
It's this here.
A woolly turtle? I've seen those before in paintings.
One day during a rainstorm, Kyosai claims to have found a Ryokumoki drifting down the river. But when he picked it up, he realized that it was a man's severed head. A normal person would have run away. But instead, Kyosai took this freshly severed head home with him. And when no one was around, he'd paint it.
People have also witnessed him at the scene of fights and fires. Apparently, he enjoys drawing those scenes as well. It's an obsession. He's always looking for a new subject.
And it appears now that this boy's grown fond of painting the entrails of human beings.
You're kidding me.
The woman was neatly cut open, from the bottom of her waist to the top of her back, just like the dissections done by the doctors who studied Western learning. Why else would somebody make a cut like this?
So then why is Oma being held then?
Because her identity is unclear. They think she might be Kyosai's accomplice.
You've got to be kidding.
When I first saw the thing, I really did think it was a turtle. But when I reached out for it, I was shocked when I realized it was actually a human head. And then I got all tangled up in the hair and I couldn't get out of it. I lost my footing after that, and I was pulled down by the current. I took it home and searched it, but never again. Is that where you want to go?
Why do you think that?
Don't know. You just sort of have that look in your eyes, I guess. A look that says you want to go somewhere besides where you are. Somewhere completely different. Don't go. Huh? I have no idea what that place is. It could be heaven or hell. I just know that there are plenty of fun things to do right here.
It doesn't seem that way to me. Women are brought here, sold to the highest bidder like some kind of animal, and then forced to entertain men. Women can't leave without permission, and the whole place is surrounded by a moat.
Yeah, but it's not like women have no say in the matter. They don't have to entertain every man that comes by. Become a lady courtesan, and you can even choose the men you want to entertain. You get to wear kimonos and beautiful hairpins that you could never get your hands on outside of this place. And you get to fill your stomach with expensive food and sake, all on your customer's tab. On top of that, your term of service ends at 27. Every woman can walk out of here free and clear as soon as they turn 28. Or you could be a poor farmer's daughter who dies of hunger. Or a servant girl waiting on people your whole life. Compared to that, I'm telling you, this place is pure paradise. Listen, Oma, even you could have a cushy life here.
It's so strange. Listening to everything you just said. For some reason, it makes me want to believe you.
Yeah? Then good.
So how's it going in there? What's happening? Something wrong with Oma? Did he do—
Nothing!
Now then, let's move on to the next issue, and we'd like to hear your side of the story. It concerns the Office of the Barbarian Knowledge Enforcement. We've received confidential documents that pertain to you. Pardon me for saying this, but you hardly look like retainers of the Shogun.
This whole thing is a waste of my time. We all know Oma had nothing to do with the courtesan's death. We're gonna take her and go.
Not so fast. You want to go against the enforcement, you had better be ready to pay for it.
You want to fight up here in this cramped little room?
I make arrests all the time in cramped little houses.
Hey, how long you gonna make me wait? I promised the family that I'd come home early today, so...
You're not...
Come here! Hey, kid, a little space between you two!
Don't worry.
You let your guard down!
Master Ichino! It's happened again! Another courtesan has been murdered!
Another one?
Huh? It's the same wound, but much larger.
Double suicide. Then this man is the culprit behind the courtesan murders.
Now that you finally figured it out, am I no longer a suspect? I mean, you can't possibly think I'm still involved. These people just died. And you both know I was only a stone's throw away from you guys when it happened.
Let him go. Huh?
Johanna.
This woman, too. That's so strange.
Did you notice something?
Both this woman and the courtesan Masa that they found dead this morning had tattoos that are now gone.
That are gone.
The first woman murdered was Masa, and she was a row house courtesan. The woman they just found was Shinonome, a parlor courtesan.
But why these two? Neither of these courtesans were of a particularly high rank. In fact, you can find women of their caliber at any establishment.
I can only tell you what I saw with my own 2 eyes. Even a high-end courtesan who costs 2.25 Rio a night can still be a boring woman. But these two had an odd allure about them lately.
Like what?
I don't know. It seemed that something was just sort of welling up within them. And so whenever I saw them, I wanted to draw them.
She had a butterfly tattoo, huh?
I remember them because they were exactly the same tattoo. I just assumed that a really good tattoo artist came here, but...
But we've looked at both of those women now, and there's not a single trace of a tattoo on either one of them.
I've heard that courtesans tattoo men's names on their arms and then burn them off with incense when they part ways.
Yeah, and when they do that, it leaves a terrible burn scar. But neither of these women had one of those.
So then, what happened to the butterfly tattoos?
Johanna, you will listen to what I have to say. How could you possibly want to stay in a place like this? A place willing to serve any man for a mere 100 mon?
If you really want to talk to me, it'll cost you 100 mon.
Why are you doing this?
With time, a chrysalis becomes a butterfly, but not always. There are a few that never hatch, and a few more that become moths, but they all start out as a chrysalis. A chrysalis that refuses to become a butterfly rises up from the mud. Chapter 15, Woman of Rashomon Alley.